What is happening in mediocrity land? Ooh-wee. Sweating. I got a hoodie on and jeans, and it's not that cold. It got pretty cold overnight. We're getting a little cold snap here. It's actually supposed to get down into the 30s overnight, so that sucks. I fucking hate this time of year. You know, Michigan is a great state to live in the summertime. It's beautiful. It really is. And the places like in the Upper Peninsula and whatnot, I mean, it's gorgeous here. But I'll tell you what, man, you only get like 3 months of decent weather out of the year. Now this year and the year before, we got quite a bit better summers. We had, you know, early springs, and where, you know, it was hot in May. I mean, it was getting warm. I wouldn't say it's hot. You know, I consider hot to be 95 and 100 degrees. So it was nice in May, and then we had good weather all the way through the summer. We didn't have very much rain this year, but boy, September came and it was like it's like a light switch, man. That cold air comes down from the north. I can only imagine what it would be like to live in like different north places in northern Canada or Alaska or something like that. Like right now, those guys are like, they know, man, when that cold air comes down from the north, that's it, you shut it down. But anyway, not really what I'm here to talk about. I was just thinking I'm going to take some of the political videos not off my channel, and because, you know, that's not something that I focus on a day-to-day basis. When I make a political video, it's simply because I can't fucking take it anymore, you know? The lies and all the bullshit that goes on with, you know, the media. And, you know, I don't see much media, but every time I do, it's like there's so many lies. It could be like 2 sentences, and there's like 10 lies in those 2 sentences. It drives me insane. And of course on YouTube, you know, you see the ads with you know, presidential candidates. I swear to God, if I see one more friggin' presidential candidate ad on YouTube or anywhere else, I'm gonna fucking shoot the fucking screen. And that goes for, you know, either party. I don't care. I fucking hate those ads. I guess those ads are designed for, like, you know, last minute people who need to be told how to vote, which is another topic that, you know, I get into with people about, you know, don't come and ask me my opinion about things and then get angry when I tell you the truth about it, you know. I was just telling somebody the other day, I said, your problem is that you don't have an opinion. You've been given an opinion. You don't have any opinions of your own. That's your issue. And that's, I think, a lot of people's issues, is they think they have their own opinions, but they don't. They've been given an opinion by whatever media outlet they watch. So yeah, going forward, I think I'm going to take some of that stuff down, just because I want to focus this channel more back to, of course, this channel was pretty much made to be a random channel, you know, basically whatever was going on in my life at the moment, which I've stayed true to that, but I'd like to get more of the music stuff up, and that's why I wanted to make a video today, because I wanted to talk about, I told you guys, and I've put some posts up on the community tab of the amp build for this fall, which I'm putting some of it off. I'm gonna get the heaviest stuff, the heavy lifting, physically the heavy lifting parts of it done, because I do intend to have back surgery. I can't take it anymore, man. I cannot take it anymore. It's either back surgery or you know, this is not any way to live. I am barely able to do my job anymore, and I'm waking up in pain and just being in this type of pain. And then, of course, the most recent thing is, you know, losing feeling from my waist down at random periods. That's wonderful. So, yeah, I do intend, I have every intention of doing back surgery this fall, so later in the fall. So I'm going to leave a lot of that amplifier stuff, so that I have something to do, because I'm not the type of person that can sit and just do nothing. I have to be doing something all the time. That's just how I am, and I'm sure those of you who are like me can relate. You know, if you don't have something to do, then you will drive yourself crazy. So the amp build I'm doing is basically, it's going to be, let me describe it to you first, and then I'll tell you pretty much the exact circuit that it's going to be. So, as you guys know, I love Marshall JCM 800s. I have one, love it. I also love the Carvin X100B, which is very comparable to the JCM 800. I know those of you that don't know how to use them are going to say, oh, you're full of it. Let me tell you something. I used to use both an amplified JCM 800 and a Carvin in twin, and I actually use the 800 as a clean tone. Anyway, so I like that sound, basically a hot rodded plexi sound of like a Jose modded Marshall JCM 800 is wonderful. I think that's great. Maybe perhaps with a pedal in line with it, you know, even better. So that being said, I thought, you know, I want to build the be-all end-all amplifier for me. And like I said, it'll be the last amplifier that I build for myself. I might build some of these for you guys or whatever, but I won't be building any more amplifiers for myself after this one. There won't be any need unless I build another one just to have two of them, and that way I can run in stereo. But I don't think I'll need to do that at any time in the near future. So that being said, liking, you know, the cranked plexi sound, the modified plexi sound, the Randy Rhoads sound, you guys know where my heart's at. So I decided to build basically a Seriatone, however you like to pronounce it, Chupacabra 100. So what that amp does, it actually has what they call an ERA switch or an era switch that goes through the eras of music, 60s, 70s, and into 80s metal. And I mean, this amp, I've played two of them, I think, two different ones so far, and a buddy of mine has one. I mean, it is, oh, and then another guy that I know has a what is it called, the Yeti 51, which is very similar. So it gets, you know, from 60s music into full-blown metal without any pedals into it, which is very cool. Now, of course, I'm going to try to run pedals through it and see how it does. But it has an effects loop. I'm curious as to how that effects loop is going to operate. Hopefully it'll be decent, because as you know, if I don't like it, I will probably hit up some of you guys in the amplifier community and figure out what you guys are doing for effects loops. But it's got the effects loop. It's a hot rodded plexi that goes past the JCM 800 and really dives into full-blown metal tones. You can check it out on YouTube. There's several reviews of the Chupacabra 100. The review I suggest is the one straight from Seriatone, and that review is probably the most in-depth one, and probably does it the most justice audio-wise, because the other reviews just don't really get there. You know, when you're recording with YouTube, and depending on what you're using to record, and all that stuff plays an issue. So I think the one that Seriatone released is probably does the most justice for the sound of it. So yeah, pretty excited about it. Been talking with those guys back and forth, Nick and another guy from Seriatone, and they are absolutely professionals, and they communicate with you after the purchase. You know, I did not purchase a full-blown kit or anything like that. I purchased a chassis and front and rear plates. What else? basically the chassis was my biggest thing. I wanted to, because I didn't want to punch my own chassis again. That was I'll do that again, but for this, it just had way too many holes. And for the price, I mean, I couldn't beat it. I might as well just go and grab it from them guys. And the front and rear plates come with it. And I didn't realize this because I was going to call them or I was going to contact them and ask them if they could do a custom faceplate for me where it went to 11, right? And as it turned out, they already, on the Chupacabra, it already goes to 11, so that was cool. So yeah, it's got some features on it. Part of the gain stack, whatever you want to call it, I guess, is a concept they have called the pussy trimmer, which kind of, I haven't really looked at it in detail, but it looks like it kind of just goes in between one of the 12AX7s and kind of allows you to adjust the gain in the amp. I'm not really sure. I have to look at the schematic again and find out exactly how that evolves in. But that's kind of how it looks. It looks like it's basically a trim pot in between the one 12AX7, meaning, you know how like a 12AX7 is actually two tubes pretty much. It looks like it goes in between and allows you to adjust for the gain. So interesting. But yeah, it should be really cool. I plan on building a cabinet for it, which I want to build the cabinet. I'll actually probably build the cabinet before I build the amp, because by the time I get around to building the amp, I'm not going to be able to lift anything heavy for quite some time. Man, this has got me... I wouldn't have done this a year ago. I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have done it 6 months ago. It's taken me a long time to even make the appointment with a surgeon, or even consider doing surgery. I mean, I considered doing it when I was in pain, but you know, that was at a time when I was able to manage the pain. You know, I don't take anything other than like ibuprofen, right? Meaning I don't take painkillers or any of that shit that they give people that are in severe back pain, you know, or severe pain. I don't like that shit. I've talked about it before. That shit is fucking nasty, and I do not want to have anything to do with it. In fact, I know I'm going to have to when I have surgery. I'm going to have to be on some type of painkiller for a couple of days or whatever, and that's fine, but I just want to get on and off of it as quickly as I can, because fuck that shit. But yeah, I mean, it's to the point now, like, I never had muscle pain in my back. That was never an issue. The pain was caused from the nerves in my spine and the pain down my legs and stuff from it. More so in my legs even than even in my back. Well, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, now I actually have muscle pain in my lower back. Like, I can't even blow my nose without, like, cringing in pain. Like, even to clear my throat sometimes, just to do that, oh, I can feel it. It fucking kills me to just cough. You know, that right there, that little bit of cough right there, fucking kills, man. So, and like all the time, not like, oh, it goes away and it comes away. You know, people don't realize, you know, until you've been in pain for a long period of time, people don't appreciate how much pain you're actually in, you know. They think, oh yeah, you got back pain, you know, and it's like, no, I've really been dealing with this for 9 years. Was the first time that I had like an episode that knocked me off my feet. Now, those episodes wouldn't even keep me from going to work nowadays, because I've become accustomed to it. I've built a tolerance to it, and it's like, it takes quite a bit to. But the other thing is that, you know, my attitude is just shitty. Not shitty. I'm just, you know, you almost go into like a depression, you know, because of the pain. where you just don't even want to fucking do anything. You don't want to be around anybody. You just want to go to work, come home, and fucking go to bed. That's it. You know, it's like, in the meantime, it's like, you know, I used to be a happier guy. At one time, I was a very happy man. Not to say I'm not happy now, but I'll tell you what, I have a hard time expressing happiness at this point in my life. So yeah, that's the plan going into the fall. We're going to be building the Chupacabra 100, and we're going to go have surgery, so should be fun. Maybe I'll do a video. Maybe I can get the video of my surgery. That'd be cool. Put that up on YouTube. I have watched videos on YouTube of the back surgery that I'm having. It looks like all kinds of fucking fun. Until next time, peace out.